I think it's going to cycle off every 30 minutes is what I think is going to happen, but I'm not positive. So this is Terry Powell.
Hi.
She has been with CareNet for how long?
19 years.
Longer than,
Started volunteering 19 years ago. Oh, I gotta do it.
yeah,
Here.
here. Stick this on.
Okay.
Sorry. This means that you won't have to do this again.
Oh, good.
Doesn't that make it worth it
That makes
somehow?
it worth it.
Okay.
It does.
That's all.
I started volunteering first. I came on staff 16 years ago.
Really?
13. I can't add
A lot
15.
of lives changed.
15 years ago, I came on staff. I can't count. I am the secretary at the Northeast Branch CareNet. I am under Sharon Perkins. She's our awesome director. And we have a lot of really neat volunteers, and we would love for y'all to come take a look at our center and see if it would be a good fit for you. We are across the street from the old Baptist St. Anthony Hospital building, so we're right off of Amarillo Boulevard. And it's easy for most of the clients to find us, but sometimes we have to talk them in, but it's okay. I oversee the baby safety class. If your client has a positive pregnancy test, they are automatically enrolled in the class. If they do not give consent to get mail at their house, they don't get a letter about it. But a lot of them call and say, am I in the class? And we move them. Dr. Debbie Hoving is a local pediatrician, and she actually teaches part of the class. She covers breastfeeding, newborn care. She does talk some about formula feeding too. Safety issues for the children, like, watch out for the water and test it with your arm instead of your hand and all that kind of stuff. She goes over choking and demonstrates that on a doll and tells them how they can get more information about that while they're in the hospital. When she does a question and answer session afterwards, and sometimes I have a really active group that asks a lot of things, and sometimes I don't. Then Andrea Ewing is a child development specialist, and she works at PD providers at Texas Tech. And she comes and does the car seat portion of the class, and she teaches them the different kinds of car seats, what the law says and what the recommendations are, how to use them, how to make sure they're properly installed, and she will install it for them. She will also check other car seats if she needs to check them. Once in a while, the new law passed 4 years ago, but once in a while we do come across a client who didn't know that their 7-year-old was supposed to be in a booster seat, and then it would cost them $250 to find that out. So she's really good about helping them find booster seats when they need them, and sometimes she gets a grant for car seats, and if she does, we can send clients who are in need of car seats that can't take the class to them. We also have a list that we can put the clients on if they come and they're already pregnant, and they're coming for benevolence items, or they're coming for information on our classes. We can sign them up for the class, but if they are very far along, like they're due in a month or two, be sure to check with somebody on staff to find out when the next class is. Because right now, if a client came in and they were due like March 4th, they're not going to make the next class. Because it's not scheduled till the 28th. I schedule with Dr. Hoving, so sometimes it's on Monday and sometimes it's a Friday, but usually in the morning. But we try to give the girls enough notice where if they work, they can take off work. But that's basically the baby safety class. They get a convertible car seat. We don't do the infant carrier ones because they don't last long enough. Babies, if they're anything like my grandson, are out of those suckers in like 7 months. So little ones can last longer in those, but the bigger kids can't last in them, and then they're coming back needing another car seat. So these are forward-facing. When they are legally, it is when they're a year old and weigh 20 pounds, they can turn forward-facing. The recommendation is they stay rear-facing to the limit of the seat. So that's about 35 pounds, which is a pretty good size kid. But it's, the rear-facing, those seats rock with them, and forward-facing, they still whiplash, even installed properly. So we just try to always tell the girls, I'm not trying to scare you, but I am trying to scare you. Make sure it's in right. And if you're not sure it's in right for your car, call Andrea. She'll even run over to the hospital if she has to. She prefers not to, but she will if she has to. So that's the baby safety class. Any questions about that? Nope. I'm also going to talk a little bit about parenting class. I am on the rotation to teach that class. We offer it every month. It's on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock. There's 4 sessions, and they're capsulized, so they can come in the middle of the month and still get off work sessions. Some of our clients or some of the people that come to that class are referred by CPS. They have to take a parenting class, and if that's the case for them, we have them fill out a registration sheet, and if they mark that, they get a certificate that they've taken all 4 classes to take back to CPS. Some parents just want to take it. And if they come do that, they get a gift card from Toys R Us for coming to take the class and doing all 4 classes. We use the Essentials of Discipline by Dr. James Dobson, and it's really neat. It starts with kind of baby toddler age and goes all the way through the teens, and so it's always funny because I've done different sessions and I still hear something I didn't hear. And I always tell the parents, you wish your kids came with instruction manuals. Well, the Bible's great, and this is biblical teaching, and it's about as close as you're going to get. And that's available to anyone who comes in. They can take that class if they want to take it. And there's places to mark that on the intake sheet that y'all will see later. Anything that they're interested in, we can sign them up for. Okay? Any questions? No? It was really good to meet y'all. I'm really excited that you're taking the training, and I am looking forward to, at some point in time, running into you at whichever center you choose to volunteer at. Thank you so much for coming. Am I done? Are you going to edit this, I hope?